Welcome back to the MLG Play 2000 series. complexity and Kaliber all tied up at one map apiece. The next map, it's going to be Slums Capture the Flag, the first CTF that we will be seeing on stream, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Slum CTF is one of complexity's better maps. I mean, it's really controlled by ARs, and I think we're gonna have you're probably gonna see Krim and Clay both run ARs on this map.
All right, Clayster's job on the least favorite side, of course, just hold blue, and I think for Kaliber, Goonjar is gonna be that player holding blue when it's their turn on the least favorite side.
Yeah, and you know, it'll be interesting because we've seen Sharp using an AR all of Hardpoint. We saw him using an AR all of Search and Destroy. Are they going to make that switch for Neslo to be an AR now? Or
I think on Slums, yes. Neslo will be using an AN94. So we'll see how that kind of plays out, because he can be a bit more aggressive with the assault rifle. But I feel like when you push towards Garage, you need an AR player, if you can't, especially if you can't get that smoke grenade out, to pick off the defenders in the back of the map.
I think you need both. I think you need an AR and the smoke grenade, because if you push up there and you just have the smoke, it's extremely easy to just shoot through. And I also believe you need at least 2 players there to get that flag out safely.
All right, we'll see if any teams decide to use some smoke grenades here, but we actually saw Complex from Curse to try to pick off that player in the back.
Yeah.
He brought out an overkill class with the dual band sniper. Of course, he didn't put it to the best of use,
No.
but it's a good idea and something it's kind of food for thought.
Oh, it's definitely food for thought. I see it sometimes on Hardpoint right off the start where the guy's sniping from either Grave or Devil D, whichever side you're on. So it's definitely a viable strategy for Slums. On CTF, though, it's so risky, especially at the start of the game, because if you get 3 guys down off the start, or even 2 guys down, it could mean a cap for your team.
Yeah, it's all about the breakout here. Whoever wins the breakout, they win map control. When you win map control, you know, chances are you're going to cap some flags after that. But all the players are in the lobby. We're ready to get this game going, and I think you're going to be voting for complexity, but I think whoever starts out on the least favorite side is going to take the map.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now, if you're picking, which side would you rather have to start up?
I'd rather start out on the least favorite side, yeah.
Really? And why is that?
Because if I hold them off, if I'm able to hold them off for 5 minutes, I'm going to be so confident going into that next side. Plus, the pressure is going to be on them because, well, they're the ones that just messed up on the more favorite side. They were supposed to cap flags, and they didn't.
I would feel pretty good, though, if I was on the favorite side and I was able to get a flag or get some streaks going into the least favorite side. Then you're able to make some kind of plays work for you, even on offense, trying to get a flag out from the least favorite side.
But I've always been a defender. That's usually my role in capture the flag, especially in 2011. That's the role I played for Icons. You know, hang out, play some defense, allow Ego to go do his thing on the other side of the map. So defending, it's a bit easier for me. But on this map, complexity, they start out on the aggressor side. We'll see what they decide to do here. Aches, he's on your screen now.
Yeah, and I think you want to really set the pace, because if you can set the pace for the map, it's actually 3 guys down for complexity. So, I mean, TK is really coming out strong.
And now complexity, they are forced to rotate back off spawn, but Team Kaliber, they're being very aggressive, but Aches, he slipped through enemy lines. He got a great spawn near front blue, and he's going to be going for possibly a flag pull here. I think he's just going to wait for, no, actually, the flag does get pulled by Goonjar, and Aches, I think he might play for the return here.
Yeah, he's going to play for the return here, and it's probably the smart play to make right at the start of the game. You can't afford to give up the cap this early, and he's going to get the return. Huge play from Aches.
There were 2 Kaliber players right next to him, but this opens the lane up for TP. He's going to go for a flag pull as well, and those players are going to be rotating back. Finds one, makes the second kill on the 3 as well. If he caps this flag, he will have score streaks.
Yeah, and he's got to wait because he needs teammates over there to help guide him, and, you know, just smart play to get
TP,
across.
You don't need no help.
Yeah, and, you know, right now it's all about getting the cutoffs for complexity, and you see Goonjar chasing him down Blue Street. It looks like he's going to be not cut off, and oh, there he goes. Gets taken out right there. So it's a pretty easy cap for complexity, and they're going to get streaks, which is what I was talking about. I think you would want the more favorable side to set the pace for the next round, and then, I mean, if they were to get a flag out next round, you have 2 score-stopping score streaks.
I mean, granted, Kaliber, they did win that breakout. They should have been able to hold off complexity, but Aches, he got a very fortunate spawn, was able to make something happen through blue, got the return for his team, which also allowed TP to make something happen. So I'd say that's more of a mistake from Kaliber.
Yeah, we see that a lot on Capture the Flag, though, where one player makes a play that changes the whole game. I mean, it's extremely early to say that in this game because we're still a minute in. But a play like that Aches makes can change the whole course of the CTF game. Because if you think about it, he doesn't make that play, Teep doesn't get a cap, Teep doesn't get a cap, Teep doesn't get a streak. So it affects so much more.
It's a capture for Kaliber as well.
Exactly. It affects so much more parts of the game.
All right, so now it's going to be Kaliber trying to push back up on the map. Solid shots from Goonjar right there. Did take out Crimsix, but you also got TP was unable to earn the War Machine, but still has those flags stopping score streaks. But here comes Theory. He's going to be running a flag of his own right through Graveyard. There's nobody in position for compLexity. Hellstorm Missile, not a problem for Theory. Just runs her right into blue, and he's going to be safe to run this after.
Yeah, you know, that's a huge play from TK. They're able to waste one of those score streaks that we were just talking about and get a flag cap. So right there, that's exactly what you wanted.
So, game is all tied up with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half, and now Theory, he's going to be the player to watch for Team Kaliber as he's trying to earn his way to some score streaks, but he gets picked off by Crimsix, who now he's in a dangerous position for Kaliber. They definitely do not want someone like Crimsix setting up here.
Nah, if you can get a player like Crimsix or Clayster, even Goonjar for TK on this spawn kill on this top bar, it's extremely deadly. And you see on your mini-map that compLexity knows that they have Crim in a power position. They're going to try and put pressure on this blue alley, but you see Crim rotate all the way around, going to try and make a play.
So he's going to be messing with the spawn points here. We'll find Theory trying to rotate forward, and now it's going to be Kaliber. They got to watch their flank, and that's 3 down. Goonjar, last one alive on the flag peg. He's actually pushed up over near blue, but Crim off the spawn kills. One player did get a fortunate spawn on the flag. That's going to be Theory able to make one defensive kill, but here comes Aches, currently on a 3-kill spree, and you know, that was a great hold from Kaliber.
Oh, that was a great hold from Kaliber. I mean, to not give up a flag there, that's huge. Because you saw compLexity had guys rotating around the back, and they were in perfect position to pinch. And I believe it was Goonjar and Theory that held that off.
So, fortunate spawns from Kaliber, and that comes from Crimsix. You know, he decided to push around the back, and those are the risks you take when you decide to push through that area of the map. You're going to give the other team better spawns. Was able to pick up the spawns, were unable to pick up the kills off respawn there for compLexity, and however they held on to their base.
Yeah, and I mean that was 3 down for TK, so it looks like compLexity going to try and set up and get a cap, but you know, perfect rotation back to the flag from TK.
And now who's this slipping through the brick side? Of course, it's going to be Goonjar. We'll meet up with it. Looks like this will be Aches right around the corner. And Goonjar putting himself in a great position. We'll find this kill on the Aches. Easy peasy there, but time starting to run out, and you know, I like Goonjar not deciding to push up there. He should be more focused on playing for streaks, especially you're on the least favorite side, going to laugh at a tie game. That's really what you want.
Oh, absolutely. If you can get mid-map and you're Goonjar, you just sit mid-map and you slay. We see BL Fire do a perfect job of this for Curse. He gets mid-map and he doesn't give it up. He uses that AR and just slays and just keeps racking up towards the score streaks.
Uh-oh, but here comes Theory. Could put a stop to Goonjar. Granted, Goon, he's not really anything significant towards some score streaks. I mean, yeah, he gets taken out there. It's actually, how close are you, Aches?
Not too close.
Yeah, not really.
And he just jinxed it.
So 15-9, it's actually going to be Crimsix leading the entire lobby for most kills. But, I mean, it was a good start for Team Kaliber. Then compLexity made a play happen. And then Theory with some smart flag running ends in a tie game going into the half.
Yeah, and if you're TK, you got to feel pretty good about this going into the second half. Now you're going to the advantageous side. Although you don't have score streaks, TP still has that lightning strike. But still, you still have to feel pretty good if you're TK going into the second half.
All right, so let's take another look at the score. We didn't really get the best of looks at it going into the half. So, yep. Crimsix on top by a good margin, but you also got Sharp and Goonjar doing some good slaying work here. But Teep, as you see, he still has the lightning strike to work with, so I think he might save it for a defensive move.
Yeah, he's going to save it for as long as possible. And then I think if you see that TK makes a play on the flag like they are now and they get it out, you'll see him use it. But that's 2 guys down for TK, so you're going to see compLexity try and push up and take some mid-map control. And
Teep got a good amount of score from those 2 kills, so he's going to be working for maybe another set of streaks, but he's in a rough position. Will challenge Sharp behind the Jeep. Actually, that was Goonjar, my bad, but he did get some help from Aches to clean up that kill, so Teep gets an assist now 3/4 of the way. And when I was talking to TP at PAX, he's like, yeah, around 3/4 of the way is when I will start playing for my streaks.
Yeah, you have to start working towards your streaks if you're 3/4 of the way, because if you can get the streaks, especially on CTF, it changes the whole game. In Theory, with a huge 3-piece going through the middle of the map, and that's going to open up this whole map for TK.
But the play to shut down for compLexity, it's going to be Clayster. You do not want him holding blue. That's going to be his job all side long. hold position inside blue, get my team the better spawns, and make it easier for us to rotate back to flag. But here comes Siri on a 4-kill spree. He's going to be running the flag around towards the cop car street. Oh, what a kill there on the compLexity. He's 1 kill away from Shakes. Smoke grenade comes out, will cover his path, and he's actually just going to bait TP out here. Shots come down, but he gets taken out by TP. Huge play by him.
Huge play from TP. And that's a kill where you don't even realize how big it is, because you stop a flag cap probably, and you stop streaks, and it allows Kaliber actually pick up the flag, and he's pretty good if he keeps going through here.
But wait, here comes Theory from the graveyard side. Good awareness by Kaliber. Teep with the cutoff kill onto Goonjar. The last 2 players for Kaliber, they're going to be making his way down the middle of the map. In fact, they're going to give up on this. This will be a capture for Kaliber, but more importantly, he gets score streaks.
Yeah, and it gets streaks. I mean, another set of score-stopping streaks. That's huge. And you see, if you go to your scoreboard, you see TP go all the way from the bottom of the score sheet all the way to the top with 12 kills now. And I mean, he is just going off in the second half.
This is another capture for compLexity.
Yeah, and this is the danger that you face, because if you keep spawning junk and blue, and you have a player like Crim6 who literally just double the score in a matter of seconds because that spawn kill in blue, you can just start racking up flags. And it looks like we're going to see another one here with those score streaks on spawn, and Kaliber just goes off, getting all 4 members of TK.
Perfect use of score streaks, but wait, Sharp getting a fortunate spawn. Aches, he's going to be running this one all the way home. Perfect execution of a spawn trap from compLexity. They captured 3 straight flags on this side.
Yeah, and you can manipulate the spawns to the point on this map where you can keep getting them to spawn white wall or junk, as you would say. And you can spawn trap them with score streaks. You can call in lightning strikes and time it to where you can get 3 or 4 guys all spawn every single time, and then that becomes impossible for TK to even get out of the spawn.
And not only are Team Kaliber down in terms of overall flags, compLexity have so many score streaks to work with here. Let's look through the players. Aches, Lightning Strike, Hellstorm, War Machine still available for Kaliber. Crim6, you don't got anything, but Teep, he has a Lightning Strike and Hellstorm as well.
Yeah. And,
oh man.
Oh, somebody just got it bad, you know. But all those streaks that's what decides these CTF games. We see it so many times, especially on standoff, where somebody gets streaks, and then that team, I would say, wins 90% of the times when you get streaks, because you can use them offensively, defensively, and especially on defense. When somebody pulls the flag out, when you call in those streaks and you get the flag down, it's almost always a counter.
Kaliber, he's running the flag, had the War Machine out for a bit. We'll find one player in front of him. Puts in a couple of hit markers. Is actually going to be Neslo challenging, and Kaliber makes quick work of him. Lightning Strike being called in from Ake's side. It's 3 down right now. If they get last one live, he's got the flag in his hands, but Kaliber, it looks like he wants some spawn kills here.
Yeah, he's just playing for some spawn kills here. I think they're just kind of toying with them now. And, you know, this is actually a pretty big rivalry with TK and compLexity. We've seen them match up a few times. We saw them match up in a highly contested matchup in Atlanta, and we also saw them at PAX meet up in a really close game. So, you know, these two teams, there's no mystery between the two of them.
Okay, so he's just doing some massive slaying around the map. I gotta look at the scoreboard again. 28 and 20 from Crim6, 20 and 15 from TP. So he's really stepped his game up since the first half.
The first half he was like 3 and 9, yeah, going into the second half. So he really stepped up his slaying, and he overlapped his streaks right there.
Yeah, 20 seconds remaining. This is without a doubt a compLexity win. So if they won that search and destroy, you were right. It would have been a 3-0.
I said a 3-0, or I just said a 3-1, I thought.
You said 3-1, but you said if they won that search and destroy,
yeah.
You would have given them a 3-0.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really what it comes down to for compLexity. They're so talented on respawn that it really comes down to their search and destroy games, and they really need to fix up that part of the game.
Well, at least they're going to have some good theater to watch from this tournament, especially against Team Kaliber. If you're out there, you want to learn search and destroy, send one of these guys a friend request, get onto their theater, and study their gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can watch some of Team Kaliber's theater, or even their VODs from past events, you need to watch their search game, because they do it perfect.
All right, one more look at the scoreboard. 23 and 16. TP actually finishes on top. 2 captures and returns for him. Some great capture flag gameplay, especially on that least favored side. They executed a perfect spawn trap. Yeah, perfect spawn trap. It was about three flag caps in what would you say, a minute and 20? Yeah. And, you know, it's really all about locking down that blue. Locking down blue is almost as good as locking down cop car from the other side, because you can't really, the players can't rotate through to graveyard, so they're forced to go all the way around. If they go all the way around, you can smoke that or watch it with ARs, and then especially if you have score streaks, you can call those in and spawn trap them with those. Amazing CTF game coming from compLexity. Give them the lead once again in the best of 5 series against Team Kaliber. We're heading to a quick break, but when we come back, we're heading to Hardpoint. Maybe compLexity could take out Team Kaliber. Stay tuned to find out.